Hey everybody, what's up? This is the Fat Vegetarian here. Today we are playing Into the Radius VR Beta 2.0. As you can see, I moved my headset from where I started, and now the menu is a little bit off. I recorded a video yesterday of my first impressions. Unfortunately, my recording software had an issue, and it did not record any audio at all. And then it only recorded the video for half of it. So we are doing a fresh start. So unfortunately, I can't really walk all the way over there to see everything. Whatever. Okay, start. We're going to overwrite the old save. We're going to start from scratch.
Oh, you can hear me.
Excuse me.
I kept trying to speak to others, but they couldn't, and help me.
Anyway, as I was saying, the beta just came out, and we are starting a new game. I want to show you the first mission, and kind of the beginning of your new game, as it were. So, welcome to your home base here. Already, the lighting is a lot better than it used to be. I don't know if you have to. I don't know if you have to actually do this, but it's fun. Adds to the immersion a little bit. Get a light jog going here. Before I go in there's something I want to grab that I usually forget if it's still here. It is! Hey! Fire! Excellent. It's a water heater, cool. As I said, this is the beta 2.0. This is the public beta. This is not intended for release just yet, but they have it up for download if you want to try it. This game is one of my absolute favorites, and I have been wanting to do videos on it for a while, but the opportunity really never... Oh, it's on the wrong hand, that's why. Opportunity's never really presented itself till now. And I really wanted to do a video just to mark the release of the beta version. This is one of my favorite games, and I will talk a little bit more about that once we get into there. If you haven't played this game, you should check it out. One of my favorite mechanics is that you have to clean your weapons to keep them up. You can see there's a... Oh, they've updated the sheet. That's fantastic. Sorry, it's bugging around a bit. There we go. So you have some info about what the gun is, and this is the weapon quality. So you have to clean it to keep it up. There are some brushes, there are some ramrods and things, and that's odd. There we go. Game is still early access, so it's going to have a lot of bugs. The lighting issues that I'm seeing right now are just some of these props are full bright still. It's something that they're working on. I mean, I'm not going to knock them for... I love the dust effects when you move things now. That's new. I'm not going to knock them for having some issues. This is still very public beta. Very beta public release, I should say. So, let's start with our first mission here. Yeah, nobody cares about that. Pick our first mission. So, one thing that they have changed is the shop system. We're going to go take a look at that here in a second. Or we'll do it right now. In the game as it stands right now, the release, you can buy anything you want if you have the money for it. But now they have locked things behind a sort of skill, or not skill, but reputation basis. So, like for instance, weapon cleaning stuff, you can buy all this yourself. I'm gonna buy a cleaning rod and a brush. Clean paper rolls you find all the time. I'm hoping to get that later. You can buy armor. But you need to have a certain security level rating, and you get security level ratings by completing missions and showing that they can trust you. It's a new mechanic, and I think it's a lot of fun. You can get suppressors for all different types of weapons, which I think is really neat. We are going to go, though, to food, and while it is not expressly a food item, that pack there will help us stay awake as we travel. I'm going to bring these things back to the shop, or my little room real quick, and then we're going to head out into the zone to do some exploring. Lots of loud noises. But you can see, I mean, the environments are very detailed, especially for an open world VR type thing. They have put a lot of effort into making this world very, as realistic as they can get it. There's still a lot to do, of course. Sorry, I was reading the sign. But it's a fantastic start, and this is still just the beginning. So, this tripped me up last time I saw it. We are in the hub right now, and leaving this zone would take us to a buffer, is what they're calling it. The zone in the retail release is one large map. The way that they're testing with this new beta is breaking it up into smaller sections to help with performance. I'll let this load in a little bit before we do too much. Here we go. So, as you can see, the environments look great. The lighting is a lot better. The tree fidelity is higher. The grass looks better. I mean, this. Just look at this. This is great. I mean, it's not Half-Life Alyx, but this is a relatively small team. This is an early access title, and they have they fully intend to continue work. This is still a work in progress right now as it stands, even this beta. So that there, I'm not 100% sure what that is. I haven't gotten to that point yet. In the release, especially haven't gotten there in this. I played for 15 minutes yesterday, and then we're starting fresh here. But I just want to come down here and get a screenshot because this looks gorgeous. We're gonna get down here. Let's get a little bit more lined up. Oh, there we go. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Look at that. Those are some of the more common enemy types. Those are called fragments. They're like shadow people. This game is based on a wonderful book originally written in Russian named Roadside Picnic, the Russian title of which I am not going to try to butcher by pronouncing it. I'm learning Russian, but I'm not at that point yet where I'm comfortable with everything. We're going to make sure we take our safety off our firearm, otherwise it won't work. And you can grab the bottom of it, but you have to get your hand kind of like in the controller to do it. It's a little weird. There we go. So normally, enemies will drop cores, which you use your anomaly scanner artifact finder to scan for. When it's beeping, it'll tell you, hey, there's a thing here. You click it, and it will reveal the artifact for you to grab. I saw in the release notes that they have temporarily removed enemy cores right now. I don't know if that is a permanent thing or if they're just testing it to check for balance. I haven't played very much of the beta as it stands right now, but I have not gotten a core to drop from any of these guys. Now we've got a dead guy here. What's neat about these that you find lying out and about is that they will often have equipment sitting around for you to loot. Very similar to the S.T.A.L.K.E.R series of games. And that's what I wanted to talk a little bit about real quick. So Roadside Picnic inspired a film by the name of S.T.A.L.K.E.R, which in turn inspired several games. This is based more off the book than the movie. The S.T.A.L.K.E.R series of games, which I absolutely love, those are based more off of the movie's interpretation of the book. This is a good mix of, I think, both the film and the story. The S.T.A.L.K.E.R games have mutants, kind of flesh creature things running around. The book, though, they're more like this. They're kind of shadows of people that were left after the event that created the zone. Oh, it took my knife. Oh, no. Alright, well. One thing I think is really cool, this isn't new to the update, but the gun mechanics. A lot of times if you have when you've got a weapon with a magazine, you can do a quick tap of the release button to just kick it out for a quick swap. Or you can do what I usually try to do. You press and hold, and the magazine stays in the gun, so you can pull it out if you don't miss. And then you can store it in your little pouch here, swap it for a fresh magazine, and go on with your day. A lot of times, if I am in a combat situation where there's a lot going on, I'll just drop it, grab another one, keep firing, etc. But your magazines wear just like your weapons do, and so you need to keep your magazines in good condition. They need to be cleaned, and if you're just dropping them on the floor, they do get dirty. Sometimes too, oh, what's this? Oh, it's a can of cleaning spray. Sweet. SC40, nice. Looks like I'm going to have to put that in my backpack. So one of the key components of this game is scavenging materials and that sort of thing. And they're trying to work on the balance because as it stands in the current release build, you can kind of pick one gun and stick with it as much as you want. You can keep cleaning it, keep maintaining it, which is what I like to do. And keep it in pristine order, never change to another gun. So what they're trying to do is work with that mechanic a bit so that you have to change your equipment more often, which makes the scavenging a little more essential. Because a lot of times I see equipment, I'm like, oh look, another brush, I already have one of these, I'll just throw it away. They're trying to get it so that scavenging is more meaningful. I don't care much for this lure because it doesn't have the flag on it. I prefer to have the flag when I'm going out and about. Just because it's nice to be able to see where it's going a little bit better. This is a loot chest. These are not unique to the beta, although they do look better. The light is brighter. Let's see, what are we getting this time? We get a bullet. Let's see, what is it? 7.62 by 2.5. I don't have anything that uses that right now. 12 gauge shotgun shell. Nice. Another energy drink. You have 3 different bars on your wrist here. You have health. Excuse me. You have health, your stamina, and your sleep. So you need to sleep rather frequently so that you don't pass out. Your stamina is affected by your sleep. When you sleep, you become hungry. If you're hungry, you don't have your stamina. Your hunger bar comes down, and it decreases the amount of stamina that you can have. When you're running around, your stamina will decrease. You can refill it by drinking an energy drink or what have you. Sleep can be staved off by either cigarettes. Oop, sort of dropping them everywhere. Or sleeping in a sleeping bag. However, when you sleep, the quality of the artifacts that you have collected will degrade. So it's important that you don't take too long out here in the zone before you take them back to sell them. Otherwise, they'll be worthless by the time you get back. So the cigarettes help you stay awake a little bit longer without needing to sleep and degrade your artifacts by the passage of time. Let's see, this is what we came out here to get. Research photos, we'll put that there. I love the backpack in this game. I love being able to take things and sort them around. I usually kind of have my food up at the top when I can, and I have my ammunition kind of towards the back, and then any other stuff I pick up that I'm gonna be taken back goes there. And like, I don't need this. It's neat, but I have my pouch. And I like my flags, so I'm going to sell this when I get back. Let's open this here and see what's inside. Okay, we got another bullet. One thing I love about this game, and just the level of, not detail necessarily, but interactivity that you have. You can manually reload, if I grab the right bullet, you can manually reload your magazines like that. So when you get a box of ammo, you can hold the box to it and load it, which is a lot more convenient, especially in the heat of things. But you can also take them out and load it one by one. There's not a ton of reason to do that, except I enjoy it. So here's another bullet right there. And what's nice too is when you've got bullets that are out, you can put them back in the box. I really enjoy that. I enjoy the level of detail involved in the firearm upkeep and maintenance and usage and all that. It's great. It's not as much as hot dogs, horseshoes, and hand grenades, or maybe Pavlov even sometimes, but it is still very good. So these are various types of anomalies. Whatever the event was that caused that also left these around. I don't remember what this one is called, but if you make it angry, it shoots lasers. Which can fry you if you get caught in it. The ones that look kind of like a bunch of squares. We'll go find one in a minute here. See, what does this guy have? This guy's got a bullet. And more lures. Okay. Put that in there. No, nothing else. Let's see if we can find a disruptor anomaly. Those ones are fun. Walking into these is very bad. There's one there. And they're not always visible, too. So you want to be constantly checking your path as you go. There's one right there. You can kind of see it. See? The particle effects for a lot of these anomalies has gotten a lot better as well with the new update. They look, I wouldn't say more realistic, but the visual fidelity is higher. The effects are grander. I like it a lot. There's a guy there. He's dead. I don't want to spoil too much of the story right now. The story as it stands, I don't feel is very finished. What is that? Oh, it's just a rock. They're still working on it. Everything is still a work in progress. And what they have here, I think, is fantastic. So let's go back to home base, and I will kind of show you how you end missions. And then that will be it for this video. If you have the means to play this, definitely do it. It is fantastic. Try the beta as it's out. The beta right now is limited to 3 buffers, they call it. So when I get to the far end of that, let's take out the map here for a second. So we're here at the green arrow. I'll grab my pen here. So we're at the green arrow, and this is our exit point here, right there. So to move on to the next section of the zone, you have to follow up and go all the way to that next buffer location, and that will load the next chunk of the zone. By adding loading times, they're helping with the frame rate. I mean, I have not had any frame issues right here like I used to have in the other. I had to have the draw distance way down. I had to turn the graphics down for it to run reliably. That would cause issues with physics when it wasn't running properly. You'd throw your probe and it would kind of float and glitch and go that way and then fly somewhere else. And so I could be walking towards one of these and not even know it because I throw my probe and it goes that way, or it just drops. So everything is working a lot smoother. I don't know. I think the sun is going down and that's why the fog is changing. Yeah, so it is. Oh goodness. It's 5 in the evening according to my little watch here. You can't stay out here overnight. They actually encourage that. They want you to spend a lot of time out here. Things change at night. There are new effects. I think they called them rises. I don't remember what they're called. But it's like this wave that comes through and it recharges the anomalies. It shifts them around. It adds new artifacts to get. It respawns a bunch of enemies. There's always more enemies out here. They're constantly they're never gone. But it kind of changes the shape and the face of everything. So that's pretty exciting. I don't want to be caught out in it because it will probably kill you. Again, we're leaving from the buffer to the hub. We're going to follow our little rope here till it loads. There we go. There we go. All right. So congratulations. We have finished our very first mission. So we're going to follow these footsteps. These are not normally here. This is just kind of for the tutorial purposes. Hi, machine gun! To my knowledge, and I have not played a ton of this, I take it back, I have played a lot of it, but haven't gotten very far in the story. I do not believe that there are any friendly NPCs you encounter. Everything out here is hostile. Kind of like we saw towards the beginning, there's that woman who will speak to you at certain points as you uncover memories. But there's not a lot of interaction, which I'm fine with. I think it really helps to establish that feeling of being alone here. When you die, all your stuff drops and you can go back and get it. I have it set to only drop my backpack, just because I'm not very good at this game and I die a lot. Oh, one quick thing about the backpack. Before we deliver that, I'm kind of going all over the place, but I have so much I want to talk about. This is for long guns. You have one slot for a long gun over your right shoulder, and then you can also store a second long gun here in your on your backpack. Put my gun on safe so it doesn't I don't have any accidents. Okay, so after you complete a mission, if you have cores or cameras or whatever you're bringing in, select delivery. And it's super simple. You just grab whatever you're supposed to deliver, toss it in there, close the door. There you go. Look at that. $500 for that. Nice. Sometimes the screens work great. I've noticed this screen has never worked well. The shop screen works decent. The screen in the computer room works great. Alright, so let's see. Can we buy suppressors? Nope, we cannot. Darn. The best thing to do is to have a suppressed weapon because they make a lot of noise, and when you make noise you can draw things in that maybe you don't want to be dealing with. Let's see, we have $675. Can we buy a shotgun? Okay, so we can buy some things. We can't buy like a Spaz or a Sega, but we can buy a sawed-off. Sawed-offs are nice. Can we buy any rifles? Let's see, 7.62 by no. GT3 PPSH. That's a submachine gun. It's very nice. 7.62 by 3.9. Here we go. Mosin Nagant. Nope, not that one. 7.6 by 5.1. So as you can see, there's a lot of different weapons that you can get. And they all require, here we go, this is what I want, and I cannot afford it, right? I'm not security level high enough. So by adding in this kind of tier system, it helps the game be better. Because what I would do is I would just run out and do a bunch of tiny missions, save up thousands of dollars, and buy a Spaz 12, and then I never had to fear anything. They're trying to fix that. They're trying to add a sense of progression to the game. So let's buy that 12 gauge. And I'll kind of show you the shotgun real quick, and then can I not buy... Oh, I'm not going to have enough money to buy that. Oh, no. That's okay. So we'll buy our shotgun. Buy. There we go. Sawed-off shotgun. So you've got a button to close the action, or open it, excuse me. You can close it like that. You can flick it open. Hold it with two hands. It's very nice. They used to have a safety for the shotgun. They took that off because there was no... I mean, there's a safety right there on there. I own a shotgun very similar to this one, and you do have to work the safety. Just crouch there. I didn't know you could do that. Cool. But so you can open your shotgun here, load in your shells. You can put shells... Actually, we've got one here to demonstrate. If I can grab it. Cigarette case will be the death of me. There we go. So you can load it like that. As far as I know, there's no way to empty out existing shells. Yeah, doesn't look like it. I think you can look down the barrel and see the shell in there, which I think is neat. And when it goes off, it will be opened and show that. But you can load shells in here, so when you're fighting, when you're bang, you can drop it real quick, kick the old shells out, grab a new one, put it in, be ready to go, which I think is neat. You can store it over your shoulder, like that, or you can put it in your backpack, which is a second pocket from your side there. So, it's getting dark. Oh, let's buy some paper real quick, too. I have $175. I can afford some paper. Oh, let's sell stuff that we brought back we don't need. I almost forgot. So selling stuff is super simple. You just take it, you just pitch it into the bin here. And then, I think that's all we need, so we can sell it. It gets us a grand total of $4. $4! Cool. So let's grab a roll of paper. Buy that. Cool, and I'll show you how gun cleaning works just real fast before we go. Put my flashlight out here. Alrighty. Okay. So, I thought you could use those, you can't. That's just decorative toilet paper. Okay, put that in my pocket. Move that aside. Don't need those. Sometimes you do lose equipment, and if you are playing where everything that you are holding drops when you die, it does help to have spares of things. That just adds another level of complexity to it that I just don't feel like dealing with right now. So we're going to ignore that. Alright, so clean your weapon. Take your paper and your push stick, put it on there. Take your weapon, take out the magazine, make sure it's empty. Okay? If you have it ready to fire, magazine loaded, you can shoot yourself in the hand and hurt yourself, just like real life. You always make sure it's unloaded. That's another neat thing is that they added with the thing is you could not grab the slide and hold it. It was just a quick, that was it. That was all you could do. So the guns are getting better. So I can check, I can clear. Okay. We're empty. We're on safe. This vise will hold guns for you. Shows you the stats. You can take your cleaning spray, spray it down a little. Take your brush if you need, and you can scrub it down. I don't really need to do that because we're still in tip-top shape right there. Let's grab our cleaning rod. And there's a little bit of dirt and stuff down the barrel, so we're going to brush that out. There we go. You can see the wad at the tip got all nasty, so we're just going to... oh, there we go. It's all gone now. So, we'll try another one. Cleaned that barrel nice and tight. There we go. And it's not letting me let go. There we go. So, they still have to work on that. But, I mean, it's very satisfying. And I tell you, you get home, or get back from a mission, you just sit in here with the... oop, where'd it go? I put it out. Just take that, and you're sitting here with your thing, and it's... you can flick it, get rid of it if you want. Put it out and put it back in my... I can't put it back in the box, I don't think. So we'll just stick it there on top. We can use it for later. But that's kind of the basics of it. I think this game is fantastic. I really enjoy it. And I'm very excited to see where they take it. If you want to see me play more of it, please let me know. Because I don't know what you guys want to see. So you let me know and we will do more videos on that. So that's all I have today. Until next time. До свидания, брат.